Jai Hind, all my dear students. Now we are moving to the next topic of this chapter, that is transportation in plants. Right? In this topic, we will learn how the transport in plants takes place. Right? For plants, the soil is the nearest and richest source of raw materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, and other minerals. Right? For the plants, soil can provide these raw materials to the plants. Clear? The absorption of these substances therefore occurs through the part in contact with the soil, namely roots, because the roots, they are contact with the soil, so the absorption of these minerals takes place through them. Right? If the distances between soil contacting organs and chlorophyll containing organs are small, energy and raw materials can easily diffuse to the all parts of the plant body. Right? So what they are telling, if the distances between the soil contact organs and chlorophyll contact containing organs are small, right, then energy or raw materials can easily diffuse to the all parts of the plant if the distance are smaller. Right? If the distance becomes large because of the changes in the plant body, because you see there are different varieties of plants, like your herbs, like your shrubs, like your trees. So some of them are small in size, some of them are medium in size, and some of them are large in size. Right? So it depends, the height will vary. हर एक की क्या है, हाइट वेरी कर रही है, कोई छोटे हैं कोई हाइट में बड़े हैं, तो हर एक प्लांट्स के अंदर क्या है, अलग अलग मैकेनिज्म है. If the distance becomes large because of the changes in the plant body design, diffusion processes will not be sufficient to provide raw materials in the leaves and energy in the roots. So what they are telling, if the distance is larger, then the diffusion process is not sufficient. But in case of here, if the distance between the soil contact organs and the chlorophyll contact containing organs are small, then it will work, then the diffusion process will work. But here the diffusion process will not work here. Right? So that the materials will not reach in the leaves and the energy. Right? So that the materials will not reach through them. Two pathways are constructed as independently organized conducting tubes. So there are two pathways which are constructed as independently constructed tubes. What are those two pathways? One, the xylem moves water and minerals obtained from the soil. Xylem, you have learned in class 9th. In which chapter you have learned about this xylem? Tissue chapter, right? So xylem, what will xylem will do? It will carry the water, right? It will carry the water and minerals obtained from the soil. The other phloem transports product of photosynthesis, right? What is photosynthesis here? Photosynthesis means synthesis of food in the presence of sunlight is known as photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, they will prepare their food in the presence of sunlight. What they prepare? क्या बनाते हैं photosynthesis में? बताओ. Yes, glucose. They will prepare glucose, right, from the leaves where they are synthesized to the other parts of the plants. So there are two pathways, one carrying the water and minerals, right, and other will transport the food. The food here is the glucose, sucrose, so it will be translocated. So these two will responsible for it. One is your xylem and other is your phloem. Clear? Now we will move to the transport of water. How the transport of water will takes place, right? In xylem tissue, vessels and tracheids of the roots, right, Stems and leaves are interconnected to form a continuous system of water called the conducting channel. So here you will see these are the conducting channels, right? Xylem tissue, vessels and the tracheids, so that it will reach to the all parts of the plant, right? What water will reach. At the roots, cells in contact with the soil, right? So here you will see at the soil, cells are in contact with the soil, actively take up ions. So they take up ions actively, right? So they will take up actively the ions. This creates a difference in the concentration of these ions between the roots and the soil. So there is a difference in the concentration of the ions between the roots and the soil, right? Water therefore moves into the root from the soil to eliminate this difference. So water will moves along with the roots, right? And from the roots it will moves inside. There is a steady movement of water into root xylem, creating a column of water that is steadily push upwards, right? So the water will push upward direction. It means some kind of force is responsible, right? Some kind of force is responsible, that is responsible for its upward movement. Clear? Evaporation of water molecules from the cells of the leaf creates a suction which pulls water from the xylem cells to the roots. So the water will evaporate, right? So evaporation of the water molecules will takes place from where? From the cells of the leaves, right? From the cells of the leaves it will create a suction, right? It will create a suction that will pulls water from xylem cells to the roots. Clear? The loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts of the plant is known as transpiration. What is transpiration? Loss of water from the aerial part of the plants. And what are those aerial parts of the plant? Your leaves. They will lose water from the leaves, and with the help of stomata, right? Stomata we have discussed earlier, right? So stomata, what is the role of stomata? What is the role of stomata? Stomata is responsible for the exchange of the gas, and the loss of water will also takes place from the stomata. Stomata opens during the daytime, right? So the loss of water in the form of vapor from the aerial parts, yeah, right? So the aerial part is your leaves of the plant is known as transpiration. Clear? Transpiration helps in the absorption and upward movement of water and minerals dissolved in it from roots to the leaves. So what they are telling that, so it will helps in the absorption and the upward movement of water and minerals, right, dissolved in it from roots to the leaves. What is the other role of it? It helps in the temperature regulation of the plants. The effect of root pressure in the transport of water is more important at night. So there is also one more factor here that is also responsible for the upward movement is your root pressure, right? So root pressure is also responsible, but if the plant height is large, then the root pressure will not create that much role, right? Some other factors, transpiration pull, will create a major role, right? During the day when the stomata are open, during the daytime the stomata will open, the transpiration pull becomes the major driving force in the movement of water in the xylem. So what would happen during the daytime? Stomata they will open, right? And after that there is a transpiration pull, खींच रहा है वो, ठीक है, वाटर को खींचेगा, बिकॉज द मेजर ड्राइविंग फोर्स in the movement of water in the xylem. Clear? चलिए next is your transport of food and other substances. How does the transport of food and other substances will takes place? The product of metabolic processes, particularly photosynthesis. Yes, first you should tell me what is the product of photosynthesis. Yes, yes, the product of photosynthesis is sucrose, glucose, right? They will photo light synthesis in the preparation, right? They are moved from the leaves, right? They are moved from the leaves where they are formed to other parts of the plant. This transport of soluble products of photosynthesis is called translocation, right? I hope the topic is clear. What is translocation, right? Translocation means the metabolic process, right? Particularly photosynthesis, the product of photosynthesis are moved from leaves where they are formed to the other parts of the plant. This transport of soluble products of photosynthesis is called translocation. So in case of translocation, the food will translocate in upward direction or in the downward direction or in the sideways direction, right? So that is translocation. Now what they're telling, it occurs in the parts of vascular tissue, right? So where it occurs in the part of vascular tissue, that is phloem, right? So the phloem is responsible for it. The phloem transport amino acids and other substances, right? Apart from glucose, sucrose, it will also transport these amino acids and other substances. These substances are delivered to the storage organs. So these substances were delivered, they will deliver to the roots, fruits and seeds and to the growing regions. So they will move to these places. Clear? The translocation of food and other substances takes place in the sieve tubes, right? So they will take place in the sieve tubes with the help of adjacent companion cells, both in upward and downward direction, right? So the translocation of food and other substances takes place in the sieve tubes. So sieve tubes are the place where this translocation takes place with the help of companion cells. उसके पास वाली जो adjacent companion cells होंगी, both in the upward and downward direction. But in case of xylem, right? But in case of xylem, that water will transport only in the upward direction. You must remember it. Translocation in phloem is achieved by utilizing energy. So some energy is required, right? Some energy is required for translocation of this food material. Materials like sucrose is transferred into phloem tissue using energy from ATP, right? So they need energy, and this energy is your ATP. ATP means your adenosine triphosphate, right? Adenosine triphosphate. This increases the osmotic pressure of the tissue, right? So the osmotic pressure will develop there, causing water to move into it. Because of this osmotic pressure, the water will move into it. This pressure moves the material into the phloem to the tissues which have less pressure. So from high pressure to the less pressure, this allows the phloem to move material according to the plant needs. So from this topic we have learned that how the translocation of food will takes place in the upward direction as well as in the downward direction, right? So the food is prepared mainly through the leaves, right? So now we can differentiate between xylem and phloem. So what are the differences between xylem and phloem? Yes, xylem, it will carry the water and minerals, right? So xylem will carry water and minerals, and the phloem will carry the food, amino acids, right, and other substances. Xylem the movement of water will takes place only in the upward direction with the help of xylem, and with the help of phloem the food will translocate upward, downward as well as sideways, right? Clear? So we will try to recall fastly. Yes, first is your transport of the water, right? So the transport of the water, it takes place through the xylem tissue, right? Xylem tissue, vessels, tracheids of the roots, stems and leaves are interconnected to form a continuous system of water called the conducting channels. So these are the conducting channels, so that the water will reach to the all parts of the plant. At the roots, cells are in contact with the soil, right? Cells किसके कांटेक्ट में होगी? वो सॉइल के कांटेक्ट में, ताकि वो एक्टिवली आयंस को अपटेक कर ले. दिस क्रिएट्स ए डिफरेंस इन द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ दीज आयंस. फिर क्या होगा? आयन का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन डिफरेंस हो जाएगा किसके बीच में? रूट्स के बीच में और सॉइल के बीच में. फिर वाटर देयरफॉर मूव्स इनटू द रूट फ्रॉम द रीजन ऑफ soil to eliminate this difference. Clear? There is a steady movement of water into root xylem, right? So the water will move into the root xylem, creating a column of water that is steadily pushed upward. इसकी वजह से क्या होगा? वाटर अपवर्ड पुश हो जाएगा. क्लियर? Evaporation of water molecules from the cells of the leaf creates a suction which pulls water from the xylem cells. So the water will evaporate and it will create a suction pressure. It will create pulls, right? It will create pulls. It pulls water from the xylem cells to the root. Now the water will lose through this. Water will loss from the aerial parts of the plants, and that is known as the transpiration, right? That is known as the transpiration. So the transpiration, it helps in the absorption and upward movement of water and minerals dissolved in it from roots to the leaves, right? And apart from it, it also helps in the temperature regulation, right? टेम्परेचर रेगुलेशन में भी मदद करेगा वो, ठीक है? टेम्परेचर रेगुलेशन में भी मदद करेगा. द इफेक्ट ऑफ रूट प्रेशर इन द ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ वाटर इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट इन नाइट, राइट? तो कब देखने को जो रूट प्रेशर होगा उसका इफेक्ट मोस्टली कभी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होगा? रात के दौरान पर, ठीक है? रात के वक्त. ड्यूरिंग द डे व्हेन द स्टोमेटा आर ओपन, जब स्टोमेटा क्या होगा? ओपन होगा. द ट्रांसपिरेशन पुल becomes the major driving force in the movement of water in the xylem. दिन के वक्त, ठीक है ना, जब स्टोमेटा ओपन होंगे तो ट्रांसपिरेशन पुल क्या करेगा? वो मेजर ड्राइविंग फोर्स है किसके लिए? वाटर के मूवमेंट के लिए. कहाँ पर? xylem में. क्लियर? ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ फूड एंड अदर सब्सटेंसेस. फूड का ट्रांसपोर्ट किस तरीके से हो रहा है? ठीक है, जो फूड है कहाँ बन रहा है? वो लीव्स के अंदर बन रहा है, ठीक है ना? लीव्स के अंदर बन रहा है वो, और कौन से प्रोसेस के द्वारा? फोटोसिंथेसिस के द्वारा बन रहा है. उसको हम क्या कह रहे हैं यहाँ पर? ट्रांसलोकेशन कह रहे हैं. क्या कह रहे हैं उसको? ट्रांसलोकेशन. फिर कहाँ पर हो रहा है वो? वस्कुलर टिश्यू में हो रहा है. उसका क्या नाम है? फ्लोएम. उसके अलावा और किस चीज़ का ट्रांसपोर्ट है? अमीनो एसिड्स का और अदर सब्सटेंसेस का, ठीक है? कहाँ पर जाएंगे ये? किस किस जगह पर जो बना फूड कहाँ पर स्टोर होगा? वो रूट्स में, फ्रूट्स में, सीड्स में. क्लियर? The translocation of food and other substances takes place in the sieve tubes with the help of companion cells. किसकी हेल्प से होगा वो? companion cells की हेल्प से होगा. ऊपर की डायरेक्शन में भी और नीचे की डायरेक्शन में. क्लियर? ट्रांसलोकेशन इन फ्लोएम इज अचीव्ड बाय यूटिलाइजिंग एनर्जी. एनर्जी की जरूरत पड़ती है, ठीक है? किस फॉर्म में? एटीपी की फॉर्म में, ठीक है ना? एनर्जी की जरूरत पड़ेगी, और वो एनर्जी किस फॉर्म में है? वो एनर्जी की फॉर्म में. दिस इज हाउ द वाटर एंड मिनरल्स एंड द फूड, राइट, आर ट्रांसपोर्टेड एंड ट्रांसलोकेटेड टू द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी. आई होप नाउ द टॉपिक इज क्लियर, राइट? ड्यूरिंग द नेक्स्ट सेशन आई विल शो यू द डायग्राम, ठीक है? मैं आपको एक डायग्राम भी दिखा दूँ ताकि और आपको ये चीज़ क्लियर हो जाए. ओके?